Alex Routledge, you're on death row. I don't ever want to be on death row. You're on death row. What's your final meal? As many courses as you want, then final workout. Thanks for informative content. I have learned a lot from you, especially the coaching up series. Thanks a lot. This is a fun question. All right, check it out. I'm on death row. This is what I'm gonna have. I'm gonna have the juiciest, like I'm talking like the biggest T-bone steak, medium rare, just salt and pepper, so I can just taste the act. And there's fat. There's fat along the edge of it, right? The fat from a T-bone steak is 14 ounce. I'll have like maybe a couple of those because I love that. Carb-wise, honestly that, and then I'm gonna go to Dairy Queen. I'm gonna get the biggest tub of cookie dough, Oreo, and cheesecake. Extra stuff, like half of the actual like mix and then half ice cream. You shouldn't be able to tip it over. It should fall out because there's so much mix. That's literally how I order Dairy Queen in the off season. That's what I want. That and then Cinnamon Toast Crunch, Captain Crunch, no crunch berries. I just like the Captain Crunch taste, and man, Crave. That would be my meal. If I can eat that all day, silly. Oh, man. My last workout would be a bomb back workout. Just fill it all up. Just crazy, unbelievable back workout. Would love to do that. Is there anything else that is in there? No, that's it. Yeah, that's it. That's a sick question. Good question. From Woof. I know everybody talks about their favorite exercise. So what's your least favorite one and why? Mine is lying hamstring curls. My least favorite exercise, the one I don't do, calves. I don't train calves. I hate training calves. I think they're boring. I have them. I get them done when I'm on a stepper. I've been blessed. I just don't like calf pain. I don't like calf pump. Calves. That's it. Mr. Right Official, have you ever been to South Africa? If not, would you? If yes, would you come down again? You should collab with Daddy Noel. I've never been to South Africa before. I'm down to go anywhere and collab with anybody, for sure. Tell your boy, Daddy Noel, to message me. I can look him up because I don't even know who he is. Sorry. From Justin Hammonds. So I had heart surgery when I was born, and I am now 38 years old, but back when I had the operation, they cut me from the left side of my chest and up my left shoulder blade. So they cut through my serratus muscle on the left pec. So my left pec kind of hangs on the left side. Any exercises I can do to help shape my pec, that would be appreciated. I would only assume to do, because it's hanging lower, gravity-wise, work your upper pec to help pull it up more, if it makes any sense. I'll work your entire pec. I wouldn't just say like work one part. I would say work everything. If you have no issue with any kind of muscular issue when it comes to contracting, I would say incline for sure. And I would just do incline and flat, work the whole chest, but I would target mostly incline. Your serratus itself, I would say definitely stuff from a deficit coming up, because that your intercostal head that attaches down here closely more to serratus would help strengthen that area if they cut through muscle as well too. So maybe that'll work. I gotta look at it a little more. That's a good question. From Bubs Seuss, bulking versus main gaining or somewhere in between, like lean bulk. Lean bulk. It's basically what I did for the last year. And that's why I'm able to get into the shape I got into so quickly, is because I didn't bulk. I've done the bulk thing before. It's more of a headache. Instead of having to lose, 15 pounds to start a prep, I had to lose like 20, 30. And most guys do that. And it's not good for your heart. It's not good for your body to go so drastic, you have to lose it all. There's no point even getting out that high in the first place. So think about that. When you're putting on muscle, how much are you actually putting on? How much muscle you put on compared to fat? And if you have to work really hard to get that fat up to see the muscle, it's pointless. You don't need to eat that much food to really gain muscle. Lean bulk is where to go. What's lean bulk? Well, find out your maintenance. And if you're not going anywhere with your maintenance, stay there. And then once you start really making improvements, add on 100, 200 calories. From Paulo, awesome. I hope that's your real name. Paulo Herculano. What a dope name. Congratulations, road to 100K, appreciate it. Training only 3 times for a week is possible to increase mass and have good condition. Keep going, men. I learned a lot from you and Greg. So if you're doing a 3-day split, like training 6 days a week, yes. If you're only doing 3 days, it'll be very hard to, because you want more frequency and you can't really get that done only in 3 days. You really have to train your whole body really, really hard 3 times. Like really, really hard. So possibly, but not the most optimal, but you definitely get lean. Lean is just working. Lean is just being a deficit in cardio, right? Can you be leaner or having more muscle? 100%. So if you want to get leaner, I would say add in 1 more day. If you can only do 3 days, add in 4 days, and then keep your cardio the way it is. And then you'll probably have a better opportunity to put on more muscle and then burn more fat, because the more muscle you have, the more fat you burn. All right, give me back a second. My phone just died.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
And if I could say this, put fats into your diets. Today we're gonna look over girls' weights and mukbang dates. This entire plate here is roughly 400 calories max. Focus. What we want to do is, if you got a broomstick, broom handle, whatever it is, right? Find yourself something long enough.
Anima stands for animal, maybe?
100%.
Strata.
It's a picture of me and my name. That's all you need. That's delicious enough. All right. Phone died, but we're gonna continue, and we're gonna continue from Instagram. So let's go to the gram. Favorite artist from my boy Caleb Hutchison, runner-up, American Idol, voice of an angel, country angel, actually, a country jacked angel. What's your favorite artist slash band of all time? Favorite band, artist of all time, Outkast. I would say favorite band. So Outkast for sure, Coldplay. Boom, there you go. Maddie B's. If you couldn't do bodybuilding or football, what other sport would you compete in? Archery. For my boy Not Dead Yet. How good of a boxer are you? How much do you know? It's pretty obvious that you have at least some intricate knowledge of the sport, but you're so vague, you're just so vague enough whenever we mention it. I have no idea how much you actually know. I'm a strength and conditioning coach, brother. I know about the sport's mechanics and fighting. I have never fought in a ring before, but I've coached Tyson Cave. He's a amazing local boxer, world-class boxer actually. I've boxed, I would say, throughout high school in clubs, and I fought a ton when I was younger, a ton. I got boxing in the family. My father used to stick up for Spider Jones. My dad would always tell me stories about, every time I go to Toronto, my dad's older now, he'd be like, if ever in Toronto, why don't you see if you could talk to Spider Jones? And I'm like, Spider Jones? Like, come on, Dad, I'm not really, I believe him, but I didn't really know. Come to find out that my dad talked to my cousin, Spider Jones talked to my other cousin, he was like, oh yeah, to Ernie Shreve, I used to sit there, he used to stick up for me all the time, and my dad used to beat dudes up for Spider Jones. Spider Jones is like a really popular, famous amateur bodybuilder in Canada. If anyone knows. You should know that. Anyway, next question. Nobody talks about this, but how do you go about the place in your mind to increase intensity in your workout? I'm gonna read that one again from my boy Real G297. Nobody talks about this, but how do you go to that place in your mind to increase intensity in your workout? It's a dark ass place. It's very dark. I'm on it. I just go there. It's like, I think everybody has a place in their head where they just don't want people to go. And once you've been able to tap into that and use it for good, you use that to just push hard. And the catalyst of that is music. So if I'm listening to something and it's already got me in the mood, and I got my pre-workout sativa going, and once I'm getting to that set, I go to that door, and it's like, caution, and mayhem happens. Dinosaur Rodeo. No question, Johnny. Just want to thank you for your quality content. Appreciate it, bro. Drew Beakley. I would love to hear about how you used to use cannabis in your daily routine. Do you use it after the gym, for recovery, before the gym, as your pre-workout? Personally, I find success using it before a workout to easily establish that mind-muscle connection. I saw Greg just mention this in his supplement video, and I remember you saying you are a very functional stoner, so I'm sure you got some great advice. Because it's now legal in Canada, I've been able to pick and choose what strands work best for me. So before I used to always, either smoke or whatever before I train, but then I wouldn't know if I was getting like a sativa or an indica, then I'd be, passing out or whatever. So now that I know exactly what kind of sativa I want to get, depending on what kind of day it is, I'll go for like a very high THC, sativa. And then I have that before I work out with my pre-workout. Then those two mix together. It's like it does enhance the mind-muscle connection. But to be honest, it's something that, I do it like just when I train. I find that if I do in the morning, it does kind of get my day a little slower, but I am a lot more productive. I mainly was doing it for my mental health, for my ADD, because it does help me kind of focus a lot more than being like, all scatterbrain. But when it comes to, training, sativa, high THC, if it's like a hard leg day, and pre-workout, and then that's it. And then it's just mad focus, like a lot of focus. I love it, actually. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I do. And then at nighttime, it's indica to sleep. I don't need it to sleep, but I like to wind down. I like at the end of the day, when everything's done, and when basically I'm not answering any more messages, any more calls, whatever. The daughter's in bed. I'll go on the patio if it's nice. Obviously, like, this is nice. At nighttime, lights are on. I'll get a nice indica, and I just hit that, mellow out. I play some music on the piano. I watch a movie, and then that's it for the day. All right, let me see. Let's keep going. Your thoughts on calisthenics and how you can combine them with weight training? I think it's awesome. I think calisthenics are, you know, people who do calisthenics are extremely strong because they have so much body control and awareness. And with that kind of control and awareness, it aids to having really good mind and muscle connection and activating muscles when you're actually training. So most guys who do calisthenics, you know, bar guys, whatever, their whole body physically they look like gymnasts. They look phenomenal. And that's being able to control the whole body, the T-spine, L-spine, C-spine, you know, your legs, all those things being activated and under complete control. I think it's amazing. And the way I like to coach to get people to be successful is to find what they're already good at and have that translate into what they're doing now. So if someone comes to me that's doing nothing but calisthenics, they want to put on muscle, well, they're just going to change their diet in a sense to eat a little bit more because they're probably a lot leaner than they are. And then again, it'll just be like, when it comes to training now, I want you to do the same thing you're already doing when you're doing calisthenics and take that same mindset and put it into every rep, every set. And you have success like that. So I think it's phenomenal. Thoughts on a 6-day split? Monday, Sunday, lower, upper. I do that too. Push, pull, legs. I do push, pull, legs, break. The video covers every question I have. Great content, man. Keep them coming. Shout out from DMV. Appreciate it, man. That's from Soul Iron. Last one was from Too Much Fitness. And let's go to Greg Cap PJR. What's your biggest motivation in the gym? By the way, much love, Johnny. Appreciate it. My biggest motivation in the gym? My daughter's the biggest motivation for me right now, 100%. But when I'm in the gym, I guess like being in the gym, motivation for me is just always chasing, you know, what my body can actually do. I've always been like, what can my body do? You know, how great can I make what I have look? With the cards that I'm dealt, what can I do with them? And how can I make that the best I can bring? And that's what motivates me, is seeing it. And then the changes, knowing that I have complete control over this. And I can anytime be like, hey, I'm gonna do a show. Click, and I do a show and have the knowledge to be able to change my physique. I think that's the biggest motivator ever, is knowing that I am in complete control. From John Nelson Jr. Is Florida your favorite place in America? No, but it's one of my favorite places. I would say Boca, Florida, Fort Lauderdale, I love it. I think it's beautiful there. The rest of Florida is dope too. Love Vegas. I love California. I love California, Venice Beach area. I just love that area. When I go down to the Cali Pro, I just really like that vibe there. Feels very Canadian. It does. Sorry. From Anthony to Kanaga. Favorite pre-workout? Right now I'm taking Mr. Vane's and Psycho. How many sets a week should you do for shoulders, triceps, and biceps? I know with bigger muscles, chest, back, you can do about 20. You know, they're a smaller group. I would say like, you know, keep it at 10 at least. From Alex Smolinski. What's your favorite recipe from the cookbook? Love your content. What cookbook? I'm saying from the first cookbook, that what I just made, I changed it from peach to blueberry, but that blueberry thing I made that was like, looks like a cobbler, is like the protein, it's the French toast bread, whatever it is. That, love it. So good. Jerry Bravo, Jerry __ Bravo. Can I do floor press as my primary chest movement? I like it better than bench and it's easier on my shoulders. 100%. My biggest thing, I'm a huge advocate in finding an exercise that you connect with the best. Find a movement that you connect with, that you like, that you can enjoy, and go to town with it. There's no point of going and doing a movement that you don't like because you're not gonna do it. I don't like doing flat bench for chest, so I'm never gonna do flat bench for chest. So I'm not gonna sit there and do flat bench for chest, but I know that I can develop my chest doing 15-degree incline. I can do other kind of bench machines. So there's other things I can do that I enjoy way more than doing your traditional bench. So for sure, go to town with it, man. Good question. Mason Jocks, what's your first cycle? My first cycle was test probe, mass probe, and Tren Ace. And it was only for 6 weeks because that's all I could afford. And I think I took half of those doses and I stopped taking the Tren because the first time I took it, I was by myself and I started coughing and I was like, ugh, and my coach just wasn't available at the time, wasn't Greg. So I had no clue what was going on. I was scared as shit. And so I ended up just doing master own probe and test probe. And it was 100 milligrams every other day. David Knight, 1479. How many total sets would you recommend doing each workout to achieve greater results for triceps and biceps? I have an hour. Find 2 exercises for your 2 heads, find 3 exercises for your 3 heads, and exhaust the shit out of them. 10 to 15 reps with about, 75% of your 1 rep max. I won't say 1 rep max for that, but I like to do time reps, control the negative. It's all about the actual movement itself. So when you're doing bis and tris, I find it's a really easy movement to not contract, where you're just kind of lifting it up. Think about flexing your arm every time you're picking up a dumbbell, or flexing your tris every time you're doing a tricep extension. That makes sense. I say that a lot. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna cut it there. I'm gonna give you guys more. I'm gonna read out more of those later on. Anyway, I hope you guys liked it. I hope you did. If you did, make sure you guys like, subscribe, and share. You know my code that tell like it is transparent, vulnerable truth. For coaching guys, jonni.shreve.com. If you want to open my coaching guys, book a phone consult. And after that phone consult, guys, if you want to go with coaching, whether it's a one-time plan or an ongoing plan, guys, it's 15% off to the end of this month on all packages except for the consult. So guys, use my code jonni15 for 15% off my entire site, not including the phone consults. And guys, use my code again, jonni15 for 15% off the Power 13 recipe cookbook. Guys, follow me on Instagram at _jonni_shreve_, guys. Send me your clips of your training, some updates, some foodie pictures, whatever, guys. I'll repost it for you because you know how it is. Iron sharpens iron, progressive overload your life. In the meantime, keep dream chasing. Peace.